Hello, friends. What if you could turn this into this, and this, and this, and this, and this? Welcome back to an updated ControlNet. Now working with Automatic 11 and SDXL. So that's some major news for your Stable Diffusion and generative AI lovers out there. ControlNet is probably the best feature of generative AI and Stable Diffusion. So let me show you how to get it running inside of Automatic 11.11 and SDXL. But if you're on a Comfy UI or anything similar, you can follow along as well, and I'll just show you where to download the models. Oh, and by the way, did you know that once upon a time, there was a king who was only 20 centimeters long? It was a terrible king, but a great ruler. AI. So this is what we're going to see when we're finished. We're going to have an input image, and then we're going to have an output image that is similar to the input depending on the settings we have. First of all, if you don't have Automatic 11.11 installed, find my video guide on that in that corner, top corner right now. If you do, we're going to start with updating. So go into your Stable Diffusion folder. Up here, we're just going to select everything and type git pull. That will open a command window and will automatically update your Stable Diffusion. Now it will close instantly, so if you want to see what's going on, you can instead type cmd and then write git pull, and that will show you already up to date. So that was what was happening in the background. It just went so quick and it kind of went away. Once that's finished and you have started your Stable Diffusion, you're going to go into extensions here. And if you don't have ControlNet installed, you're going to go to this link here, press the code up here, and then this button, so you can copy that. And then you can go into your Stable Diffusion. You can install from URL, just paste that in there and press install. If you already have it installed, you're going to be in this install tab and just press check for updates. And then you should see that your ControlNet will need updating. So this will be ControlNet here. Now mine says latest. Yours will say that it needs updating. Then just press here and it will update. We're also going to download the models. All the links will be in the video description below. And here are the available ones. So there's a lot of files. You don't need all of them. So for example, like the canny here, you have just here, you have the full, the mid, and the small. And then you have the canny again here, the Koya made. And here's a separate one by Sai, which is made with LoRa's. And again, you have like different versions of it. So I'd recommend that you just pick the diffusers here. So the canny and the depth, I chose the mid ones. If you have the space, you can go with the full ones. But the mid are pretty good. You can also scroll down and find the open pose. I got the 256 LoRa one, but you know, if you have the space, you can get the bigger ones. They are a little better, but the 256 LoRa's are still okay. The 128 are, you know, you're pushing it, but if you really are lacking the space, you can try them as well. So I'd say those three are like the main models that you can try. There's also a recaller, and you know, the sketch could be pretty cool to play with if you're just doing like basic sketches and want to get them into images. So we're going to take this, and when you download them, they're going to go into your Stable Diffusion folder, extensions, ControlNet, models. Just drop everything in here. And once that's finished, you're going to be good to go with your Stable Diffusion. Now I'm restarting it here to have a clean UI for you guys. Now ControlNet is going to be down here, and you have several ControlNet units, and you can change how many of these you have from the settings tab. So settings, ControlNet down here, and you can see multi-ControlNet, ControlNet unit number. Now I have it set at 3. I rarely do more than 3. Most of the time, just 1 or 2. And if I drop an image in, let's say I have an image just on my desktop here. So this is some sort of a woman robot. And then you need to enable your ControlNet. I usually set this to pixel perfect if the image is in different size compared to what you are or what you will be using or creating. And then you can see there's a little explosion here. Now, if you take the canny, for example, if you press the explosion, you will see the preprocessor working, and this will be what ControlNet is working with. So Canny is working with lines most of the time. If you use the depth map, you'll get like a 3D depth map of the image, black and white. Well, you see. So depending on what kind of image or what you're trying to do, there are different models and preprocessors to choose from. And there is more info about that on the main ControlNet page on GitHub. And that would be this one. There's two different ones. There's the Miku build. This is one that you're installing. And then there's the Eliasville, whatever, where you can find most of the info about ControlNet. And here is where you can see like some examples and how different models are being used. Here's the Canny, for example. Here's MSD lines. There are a lot of 1.5 ControlNet models here as well, so not just the SDXL ones. So this is an example of old Scribble, for example, which would be similar to the Sketch one we have now. Here's an example of the open pose, and you can see that as well in our UI. If you change this to open pose here, you should get a little, so here's the pose. We have an arm, the shoulders, neck, and a head, and the face and everything. But we're going to start with depth for this one, because we want to keep most of the shape of this character. And let's change this into woman ballerina. And I'm just adding some default negatives. I'm adding realistic photo portrait style. As always, the styles can be found in the description. Using Keras, about 30 steps, and I'm adding the refiner here for SDXL. We are running Juggernaut XL version 2, and we are changing to 1024 by 1024, and we're just running one image for now. We are running the SDXL VAE and the Jugger Cine LoRa. This is not required, but it's just something I like to do to get a little better results. And now we are running this generation. We are starting to see what is becoming our image. And now it will be very close to our original because we have quite high, the control weight is 1, and it's starting from 0 to ending at 1. So it's running for the full duration. Now, as you can see here, we got the pose that we wanted. However, the image isn't very good at all. The dress is okay-ish. The arm is a little messed up. And that's because, as you can see here, it, goes from the robot hunters here. And we don't want that on a regular arm. So what we could do then is if you take this control weight and you lower this, you could also change like the open pose, for example. But now we want, more specific pose. So you just lower the control weight and maybe end the control step at about 0.39 here. So now it will start off not as strong, and then it will kind of not as strong as previously, but still follow the image, and then give it more room to create our image or our woman here. And we can quickly see that we are getting a little bit smoother arms here. We might need to lower the weight a little bit more, but we'll see. I think here the ControlNet kind of stopped, and now it's filling out, kind of the missing parts of the image. So we got the pose that we wanted. The Stable Diffusion helped us to, generate the rest of it that was lacking from ControlNet. I think in my mind, this will turn out to be a pretty good image. And as we can see on the result here, we have a similar pose or the same pose, but our image is much, much better. Now the face is a little messed up. We can fix that in a second. We have some grain from the prompt. So this is more of like a film style image. But now we have an image that looks very good and still follows ControlNet. Now this really is a ControlNet tutorial, but I could just send this into InPaint, paint the face here, just to add some detail in the face. So woman, face, and we're changing it to only masked. And the resolution is still 1024 by 1024. We're using mask content original, lowering the denoising about let's do 55. So this should give us an image with a better face, but still retaining the rest of the image that we got from ControlNet. Now this step isn't using ControlNet, however, it's possible. So you can see down here, to actually load ControlNet even in painting. And if we look at the finished one here, we can see that we got a much better face compared to what we had previously. Now, if you would use some of the other ControlNet models like Canny, for example, you saw that we had the kind of images here in the preprocessor. So that will follow, it will give us much more detail. We can actually increase the weight here again. We're going to run this fully and it will follow this heavily. If we change this into like night in full armor, let's do a digital painting this time, and we are generating. And as you can see here with the result, we didn't really get a knight in full armor, and that's because the canyon lines are so strong that we almost got the same image again. So remember that we're using canny, that, you know, it's going to be super close to the original image. You might need to lower the weight or use a different model. Depending on what you want, you might want canny for that exact reason that you're actually following the original, like a sketch or something. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. What model are you using? What do you think of SDXL ControlNet? As always, have a good one. See ya!